All right, hey guys, Carl's from Immortals Inc. podcast, and as always, I have Mike with you.
What's up, Mike?
Mike with you, Mike with us.
I mean, yeah, with you.
With us.
Talking a second person point of view.
I'm going to talk third person about myself.
Okay.
Carlos says we should talk about Chalt.
Is it pronounced Chalt?
I don't know. Today we're going to talk about...
I think it's cult.
I think it's
playoff
cult?
of cult.
All right, because I was like, Chalt, and Mike's like, Mike's like, cult.
Because of that apostrophe, right, in the middle.
So it's a play off that. So it's funny because somebody commented in one of our videos, and I like, man, that looks familiar. That name, he said Chalt, cult. I'm butchering it. Please somebody correct me.
I could be wrong. You might be right.
Please somebody correct me. But I got a hold of him, and I said, hey, man, because I've seen this book or this game supplement or, and I said, hey, do you have a game? And I started talking to him. His name is Venger. I'm going to butcher it again, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm going to apologize right now. Yeah, Venger Satanis. So I can't imagine that's his birth name, but it doesn't matter.
That'd be a pretty interesting birth name. Pretty cool.
So I got to talking to the guy, and I went to his. Well, I didn't talk to him. I went to his videos, and he said, I guess he was getting out of the game or something like that. I said, oh, that's too bad. So I emailed him, and I said, hey, I saw that you're going out of your, you're getting out of it or whatever, but I've seen your stuff before, and I've seen it added, and I just kind of curious about it. And he wrote me back, and he said, hey, no, I'm not out of it. Somebody talked me out of it. I was kind of discouraged, and I got a lot of positive reinforcement or positive feedback, and so I'm going to keep doing it. I said, oh, okay, cool. I said, I'd like to see some of your stuff. If I can get it in the store, or I can take a look at it. He goes, yeah, I'll send you something out. Well, I don't mind, some people send PDFs or just some, like a simple copy. He sent me these 3 beautiful hardbacks. Like they're
legit.
Yeah, they're really nice. Full color craziness in here. But this is a supplement for role-playing games. Basically it's a setting for any kind of it'll work with anything. It's kind of a generic setting.
Yeah.
He's got his own little system in the back. I think it's called Dragon Age anyway, so I finally found it. It's Crimson Dragon Slayer is what his rules are, and it's just OSR, like Lamentations and a lot of the other stuff.
Stuff you dig.
Yeah, and it's just simple play. It enforces fast play and storytelling more so than charts, not charts, but number crunching and everything else like that. So the setting is, it's funny because when I started to read it, the artwork is just phenomenal. It's over the top. It's, just imagine heavy metal craziness.
If you've seen Lamentations artwork,
it's kind of like that, but there's a lot of other stuff.
It's its own thing, though.
Throwback to a lot of cool stuff. But the setting is, the name of the planet is, or the plane or the planet is Cult. And imagine, man, he threw everything in there, which was funny. Because if you ever hear us talk about Gamma World or Traveler or Forgotten Realms or D&D or
Don't
just
you have
Dark
Traveler
Sun
up there? Yeah, you do.
Yeah, like pretty much anything in there. Cthulhu, obviously. Imagine a world where the old gods resided over, or the old gods destroyed the universe, came to this planet and settled down. That's basically this planet. At one point, they ruled the world, and then they went to sleep. Well, when they went to sleep, society itself kind of, if I'm understanding this correctly, split into 2 factions. One went underground to enjoy the old ones or the demons, and the other ones stayed up top and built the society up. So then you had this really advanced society. Imagine star travel and technology and everything else, and magic faded to the side. And all of a sudden the old ones woke up, and they're like, hey, I don't like this technology garbage. You're supposed to be worshiping us. So then they had a big battle. And in the process of the battle, it destroyed the planet, So you had this wasteland of garbage where technology and magic and demons and aliens all coexisted. So that's what this planet is. And they have this ichor that was replaced the sea and everything else like that. Well, it's magical. Or it's used for magic and summoning, and it's just a valuable resource. And it almost throwing back to Dune, the whole universe can use this and uses it for various substances.
Oh,
so
like
it's
the
valuable.
spice and stuff like that?
Yeah, like the spice. And he has a lot of nods to everything in here, which I found funny, because it's like, okay, but he never like overtly goes out and says, oh, this is what it is. He just kind of says, hey, this is how it is. So I found it interesting because then you have different cities, and it details like kind of like the whole world as a whole. And then it has different cities that it gives, it tells a little bit about in the background. It has different races on there and stuff like that, but it doesn't like go in a huge depth. It just gives a little bit, and then you run with it. Yeah, what I like, it also gives a throwback. There's a lot of charts in there to roll. Like, what do you find? Like I remember in the old like Gamma World, like you wouldn't know, but you'd have charts of what you found. Like you went out scavenging. Oh, you found a stop sign. That was your big find for the day. It's kind of like a lot of charts like that in there.
How would those charts get introduced in game? Like, is it just like
it's just
the
a
DM
suggestion.
throws it out?
Yeah, it's just a suggestion. You know what I'm saying?
Like the DM's like, you come across a stop sign.
Yeah,
do you
like
want to
here,
keep it?
kind of like world building is what it is. It adds flavor to the world and it helps you along. But then that's the first section of the book, and then the rest of the book is just simple adventures. Like, hey, you're gonna go to this. Like there's one city is just an old library, and it's just full of books, but it's underground and it's guarded by like cult members or priests. And,
oh snap!
Yeah. So when you go there, you might want to go there and say, hey, go grab me a book, and then you try to go in there and get a book or whatever. But they're real simple adventures, and they're not over the top, and it's nothing crazy, but they're all deadly and everything else like that. But it's a very rich world of this. So you don't really, there's no system you need for it. Like I said, he's got the old, what did I just say? The dragon, Crimson Dragon.
Yeah, Crimson Dragon.
So it's kind of like a basic role-playing system that they use, but it's very OSR. So, it's easy to work. But the 3 volumes he sent me, I read like The World and then a couple of these adventures in here. And it is, if you're looking for something different, that's what it is. But it's like, if you ever wanted to have like, I laugh because you could summon, like demons are a normal part of the day. Like you go to a city, there might be demons walking around, and then there's an alien spaceship landing because they're here to pick up the spice. I think I think it is even like a made up word like melange or something. Like it's like a play on the word of the from the Dune book, and it's a pretty funny system. It reminded me of like the old 80s stuff and stuff like that.
Yeah, it seems like he did a nod to all the classics.
Yeah, it is in here, and it's like I said, it's a beautiful. These hardback. I'm talking to him right now, so I'm gonna get some of these. I don't know what he's got. I gotta reread his email because I'm terrible. Sorry, but I'm gonna reread it. But yeah, I'm gonna get some of these hardcore books. But if you go on Drive-Thru RPG, I think the core book is like the download's like $5 or something like that, and a lot of his supplements are free.
Wow.
So even if you want, they're $0. So even if you wanted to just check it out and see how he writes, which is, I like the way he writes. He just, it's humorous, tongue in cheek. It doesn't take it too seriously. Very hardcore. So that's the first book. And then this is kind of like a trilogy. It's Chalat. It's Fuchsia Melange is what this is called. And this is kind of like a supplement. It's like another adventure. It's like a whole adventure through series. And I think this one deals with, it's almost like a drug that you have to like this Fuchsia Melange.
It looks like it.
Yeah, it's a drug you got to, basically it's a drug gone bad you got to deal with,
No big deal.
Yeah, and then Charitable or Chartreuse Shadows. This has a lot of references to scary clowns. Like for whatever reason, this is the end of the adventures. Like if you link them all 3 together, they're adventures. But I got to read some more of this. But this has a lot of there's a clown base. It's not clown based, but they look like clowns, and it's very over the top. Like I got to read it, but there's some stuff in here that make comments. Oh yeah, definitely 18 and over. This is not something you're buying for a kid. Like,
I should have said that in the beginning.
Yeah, I should have said that in the beginning, but 18 and over for this stuff. There's a lot of artwork. Like,
it's like, I just put it in the cart for my 12-year-old.
Yeah,
what the hell?
It's very racy artwork, very mature subject matter. So if you're looking for think of Lamentations.
Nope, you showed me the art the one day.
Yeah, I was like I popped it open. I'm like, whoa, right off the top. So yeah, it is worth checking out, and it's just for fun. You know what I'm saying? It's very mature. It's very over the top. It's for fun. It's something different. It's just a whole bunch of old stuff just mushed together, and you could tell he did it. It was something. When even in the limited time I talked to him, he's very, a very passion project. He does it because he wants to, and it's fun. And then he was telling me about he's up in Wisconsin, maybe Michigan, somewhere up there, not too far.
Somewhere up north.
I guess there's even a Venger Con. He has a convention where they meet. It's like they're going on their 4th year.
We gotta go.
I'm afraid to go. I gotta see, but I think we should go.
Comment on this if you're seeing this.
I think it's in March, so it might be a little soon for
Bless us with the invite.
Yeah,
unless it's a little crazy.
No, he said we'd come up, but I gotta. That would be fun. Maybe some
get us some media passes. Get a couple of.
It's not that big.
Yeah, we should have Travis come. But I'm saying, like, have our own mics. Be like, interview everybody.
It is fun. I don't know if I can make it that short notice, but I think I want to. It looks, just based on what he wrote here and how he I can't imagine it wouldn't be a good time, So, but it can be fun. Give it a read. The only thing I have to say is he does have some opinions he puts in here. I'm not saying I don't agree with him, but it might turn some people off. But that's his opinion. And it's not even in the whole book. It's just like in his forward or something like that. But that's what forwards are for, That would be the only thing I would say. And I don't know. It's just a lot of fun.
Looks like fun.
It is. And the fact that he sent me these, they're just beautiful books.
The art's amazing.
I know.
Too.
It's just they're beautiful. I mean, I don't know who. There's some artwork in here that's obviously drawn and everything. Some is like computer, and he even puts in here like Microsoft or whatever. Clip art or something like that.
Illustrator or something like that.
Yeah, but he even, you could probably tell, but there's some original stuff in here that's very specific to the adventures, but it's well done. And I enjoy, just even to look at the pictures and stuff like that. And I appreciate it. And I hope to get, I'm talking to him now, and I'm sorry, I got to read the email when I'm seeing this. But I'm going to have some of these on the shelf. But like I said, Drive Through RPG. I think this book is like $5, and I think some of the other ones are free. So if you got $5, kick the guy some $5 and check out his stuff. And then if you like what we've talked about, give us a like, give us a subscribe, give us a follow.
Yeah, you could. I mean, you could join. You don't have to follow. You could sub, join. You could follow us on Instagram, Facebook,
Rumble X.
We
got all that good stuff. So give
Chalt. Let us know in the comments what your
please.
opinion.
Send me something. Like a breakdown of I'm murdering this guy's poor.
I think it's cult.
Title.
I think it's a play off of cult.
It is. It is probably cult. The way it's written, it's tough. Because I remember, and it was funny because I'm like, you're like, you looked at it for 2 seconds. You're like, cult. I'm like, all right, I'm an idiot. All right, but yeah, give it a try. We'll put the links in the description.
Bye, guys.